Hello everybody, Chris Wood here. October 2nd, thank you for tuning in. Right here is a picture, top picture, guy in glasses and goatee. His name is Blair Hardy. He is guilty of murder. He is co-offender and boss to O.P.P, Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. He is a sex trade slavery trafficker, identity thief. He is guilty of murdering my mother. The bottom picture is Billy Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. Now has a goatee and wears glasses as well, like Blair Hardy. He is an inmate, sex offender, human trafficker, identity thief, and he is guilty of murdering my mother. He is also guilty of my identity theft. I am Chris Wood, Lennox and Addington, Napanee, Ontario, Canada, and I am an identity theft victim. Compliments of O.P.P, Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, for speaking of their crimes since August of 2019. Injuring, torturing, medical blacklisting, deforming, brain injuring, skull splitting, kidnapping, sex assaults, lies, time buying, cover-ups, arrest refusals except for on me, to deflect their crimes on me, and to give me a record so they could have my prints, my pictures, my signature for forgeries, framings, frauds. I have prisoner tracking onto me illegally. I have no criminal record or history except for them having me charged to deflect the crimes for wanting them charged and arrested on me, doctors and police. O.P.P Spencer Mills 14716. Staff Sergeants ex-Chief Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas. Stacy mental health worker, was Napanee, now Kingston. Daily was Napanee, now Kingston. Shelley Huffner. Tyler Lake, Javen Alstein, Ray, Blair Hardy, who is allegedly in jail, hiding, being hidden, and all he needs to do this to me is a cell phone or computer. William Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. Tyler Lake, who is broadcasting through me right now while I am doing this. The whole right side of my face and my head has been completely deformed. I am the last of my bloodline, and I am an identity theft victim for framing and for murder, and I will not be proven wrong for revenge, retaliation on me for speaking of O.P.P, human homeless trafficking crimes from the Morning Star mission, and the homeless exploitation crimes. As a result, I became a victim. I have what is called remote neuromonitoring use on me. Back in 2019, August of 2019, I was at my previous address. I was sitting outside. Ex-O.P.P chief went by. He waved at me. I waved back. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him. They pointed something and they shot it, and it went into my right ear. That's when I started having the problems. After that, or not before, this was after O.P.P Spencer Mills showed up, basically to intimidate me and let me know that if I did not stop talking about what was taking place out of the Morning Star mission, there would be serious consequences. After that, William Wooldridge comes onto the scene, constantly stalking. He would go everywhere I would go. He was always there. Every time I would go out, he was always right there. Sometimes he would walk by my place from first thing in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, so till sometimes 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, every single day, pretty much on the hour. I would walk downtown. He was right there. How? because I have prisoner tracking on me, and I also have remote neuromonitoring use on me. And what that is a microchip implant, which I have proven that destroys a person's nervous system on them and destroys person's brains on them. Right now, the whole right side of my head is completely and totally gone. I have no feeling, no stimulation whatsoever. I could put on headphones and blare music into my head and I would not feel anything. I am coughing up blood. I've had serious lung damage. I've had serious kidney damage done to me. And I cannot go to the hospital. I cannot get help because doctors are involved and have been in medical blacklisting, discrimination with criminal negligent intent against me because of the lies against me stating I am a self-harmer. Not true in any way, shape, or form. Lies against me stating I'm suicidal. Not true in any way, shape, or form. Lies against me about drugs, which I do not do. I am against the fucking junk. I've lost too many friends and family from it. So, this is how O.P.P and their inmates and everybody, their inmates, their co-offenders, it's been estimated they pay out Tyler Lake, Javen Allstein, William Wooldridge, and Blair Hardy at $300 a day. Over the course of 3 years, they paid out close to $400,000 to these fucking bastards who are using remote neuromonitoring on their victims. This is an attempt to mentally fuck me up as well. This is an attempt to frame me, and this is about murdering me, and I will not be proven wrong. O.P.P, you are guilty of ending a bloodline. You are guilty of murdering my mother as well, and you are guilty of my identity theft, my brain injuring, my torturing, my sex assaults, surrounding me hands on guns to prevent anything legal on you, doctors, or your boss, Billy Wooldridge, or Blair Hardy, or anybody else. Using remote neuromonitoring on victims to have your psychotic patients and your psychiatric patients and inmates use it to mentally fuck up your victims so you can human traffic them. You are pedophiles, sex slavery, trafficking, and you are guilty of elderly murders, pension thefts and frauds, financial thefts and frauds, disability and welfare thefts and frauds, forgeries, framings, false arrests to deflect your crimes, sex assaults, kidnapping 24 hours after asking for help against you, May 27, 2021. So, in the meantime, I'm sitting here and it feels like I'm getting air or something blowing through my head and my body and my face while my face is being deformed. Right in here in my ear, it feels like I have air going through me and I am being seriously numbed down. Feels like my brain is being turned to soup, and it also feels like I have a balloon inside my head now. I've had no surgeries prior to or after 2019, after I was shot by O.P.P chief. That's when my problems started, and that's when the medical blacklisting started after I got my CAT scan done, and Stacy was there talking to her girlfriend Tatiana at the time. After that, that's when I would go to a hospital. We seen your file, and that's when I started being treated like a piece of shit, like I was garbage. The lies, time buying, and cover-ups. So Dr. Tatiana B, you basically signed my death warrant. You basically signed my death certificate for your girlfriend Stacy. You are guilty of homicide. Dr. Joy Hadley, you are guilty of attempted murder. Dr. McGregor, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Barton, Triage Nurse Terry, Triage Nurse Tanya, Triage Nurse David, you are in Paladin Security. You are all guilty of attempted murder. You are all guilty of aiding O.P.P in their crimes while co-offending with them. You are guilty of aiding in my identity theft for your Hells Angels bandito boss, Billy Wooldridge. Because he is a rat informant, he's in witness protection, so he also needs this as well, my identity theft, and I will not be proven wrong. He's untouchable, he's unarrestable. and I have proven it for 3 years. I would love to see him locked up along with O.P.P cops, along with the Lennox and Ennington County General Hospital doctors that deserve it. So, you were guilty of murder in more ways than one. Lennox and Ennington County Hospital doctors that I've named, you exist at that hospital strictly to be crime cover-up doctors for these cops and to help them get away with their crimes. In return, they help you get away with their crimes. You speak police crimes or doctors or anybody else's in this town, you will end up dead. So will your family end up dead. They've taken my legal rights, my human rights, my medical rights. This is how they traffic, frame, and kill in Napanee. I am Chris Wood, and if no more videos are posted about me because nobody is arrestable in this town and because I cannot get medical help to save my life, it is a criminal offense here to do so. O.P.P and the doctors here have assured this crime against me. So anything happens to me, it will not be suicide, it will not be self-harm, it will be murder. And I've spoken of this since day one, who is responsible, whom, how, and why, and I have proven every bit of it. Love all, hate none, watch yourselves, watch your children, watch your parents. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Remember, this is how the police traffic, frame, and murder innocent people who speak up of their crimes and try to save lives from them.